Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Mandeep Kaur Arora from Department of Psychology, University of Delhi. Now I'm going to bring a very unique topic in front of you, which is called emotional first aid. Yes, that is little different out of the box, yeah. But why I'm here with that topic? Because when we talk about any physical injury, we have first aid. But are we talking about any first aid for emotional issues? Well, not yet. And if it is, then I think the common people are not aware of it. So I wanted to bring something here. People nowadays, because of coronavirus and lockdown, we had always been discussing about certain strategies. But I'm not going to talk about those. Bringing emotional first aid came to my mind that if we can give simple strategies that can be done by the people in a very normal way for 15 to 1 hour, okay, daily, then you might start feeling more emotionally balanced. And it will start initially only for 15 days, 15 minutes for 3 to 5 days. And as we go further, you can add 15 more minutes and then finally for just 1 hour. And then after that, you will feel much better, and that's my promise to you. So please attend this lecture for these five simple practical strategies which I'm going to give you right away. So first strategy is emotional awareness. Now when we talk about emotional awareness, it means recognizing one's own emotion. Now how to do that? The first method is by using simple technique called diary method. Now I'm going to explain you what is diary method. You can see this is a diary. A diary will be maintained for you know for about 3 to 5 days, and in that you are going to make four columns. The first column will be day one, and in day one you will be talking and discussing about any one dominant emotion that comes to your mind and clicks to your mind. Okay, so for instance, it happened that yesterday, when later evening, when I sat, there was one emotion that became dominant, and that was the emotion of anger. So then, when I talk about the emotion of anger, then I remember what are the time periods, that is the number of time which we call as frequency. Okay, number of time it occurred in the whole day. So maybe I have shown angry my this emotion of anger at least 3 times, which I dominantly, which is very clear in my mind. Now, what are the ways I expressed this particular emotion? And you can also, if it is possible, you can also write duration. That is for how long it, maintained. So now, if I talk about the 3 time, then maybe the first time I shouted, second time I closed my door, and third time maybe I threw something. Now these are the three actions which we can see. Now I remember three actions. Maybe I can also write with this duration कितनी लंबा हुआ. And the four most significant experience. Like for instance, I got very angry when I found that my laptop got crashed, and that is the time I felt, and it was a very realistic anger. And then I started showing off, etc., etc. So this was one of the experience I still remember very clearly in mind. So when you start doing to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, that is for the 5 days, when you continuously do this, then you will have realize that you are aware at four level. First, you will be knowing that when is this emotion occurring most in the whole day. Subah, Dopahr, Sham. Second, what are the response to your emotion? How do you react to it? Third, what are the in the situation which you have written? You also realize what are the thoughts experiences experienced at that point of time. Like I was feeling helpless, I was feeling angry because I thought अब तो कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता, अब तो मेरा खराब हो चुका है. Now I am in front of you giving lecture on the laptop only, using the this medium only. So the idea is that you will recognize a pattern of your emotions, your behavior, your thought, and then you will realize there is a pattern, and when you are recognizing that, you will be more aware as to what is the time period, what is the response you are using to express your emotions. So that is the first stage, that awareness will help you the most. Okay, so the second strategy which I'm going to talk about is about emotional acceptance. Now, accepting your own emotions. So, it is very, very natural that when we are getting aware of our emotions, at that point of time, we start feeling guilty, or we start feeling, unacceptable about, the behavior which we have shown till now. So then in that case, what should we do to let us not affect our mental peace? So therefore, the strategy which now I'm going to give to you is about self-talk. So you need to speak 4 statements, one in the morning and one in the evening. So twice a day. 4 statements twice a day, and you will be looking at the mirror and talking loudly these 4 statements. The first statement would be, I accept that I feel angry, fearful, whatever emotion, dominant emotion you have taken. Right? Second statement which you will speak is that I forgive myself for the expressed behavior. Now, it might happen, like for instance, in the case of anger, I shouted, I threw, so I feel embarrassed, right? So I forgive myself. Start saying that. Similarly, for after being fearful of coronavirus, I might start washing my hand and I start becoming more anxious. I forgive, I should do certain behaviors which are not very acceptable. So I forgive myself. Third, a very important statement which you will continue is that you say that this is only an action which can be changed and that doesn't reflect my true self. Right? And fourth, I love myself, and in case if you feel angry, so I am a happy person. Or if you feel fearful, you say I am a healthy person. So you need to speak the opposite statement of, that I love myself. So in this, you are trying to balance the two. First, you are accepting it. Second, you are forgiving yourself. Third, you are motivating yourself. And finally, you are, you know, giving yourself a kind of statement that you can come out of it. So this particular self-talk is like a Ramban. If you try it, you will start feeling lighter. You may try that. The third strategy, which we now talk about, is self-motivation, which is very much dependent upon your first and two strategies. From the first strategies, we are now aware that there is a pattern of thought, behavior, and thinking that moves on. So if you think negatively, you will behave negatively, you will feel negatively. If you think positively, you will behave positively and you will feel positively. So it's a cycle, a vicious cycle that moves on. First of all, if it is a negative cycle which is moving on, you need to break the cycle, right? And second, you need to be aware that these emotions are contagious. If I smile, you will also feel a smile, right? That is these emotions they spread very easily. They have very strong vibrations. And research says that if you are feeling in a negative way, you don't need to speak. The other person will realize that. So that's what we need to actually work at. The emotions are very contagious, and therefore, for our family, we need to motivate ourselves constantly. And the statement which I kept in self acceptance that has to be spoken like a Ramban, third statement. What was that? Read. The fourth strategy that I want to talk about is emotional regulation. Now, emotional regulation means controlling your own emotions. How do you do that? So, I will give you three smaller techniques. First is reframing your situation. Now, how do you do that? Like, for instance, I'm taking an example of a glass of water. Now, here in this case, you will find that the glass of water is half filled or empty. Now, the statement is going to make a lot of difference. You are reframing the situation. You are making a frame of your life. You are making a frame of your reality. By bringing a statement out here, you are making your context. Now, when you say all that, in this case, when I say it's a half filled water, okay, the glass of water, I'm talking about what? I'm making a positive statement which is bringing an opportunity in my mind. And at the same time, when I'm talking about half empty glass of water, I'm talking about or framing a situation which is very negative. We have to understand, friends, that we are framing the situation and we are the master of our mind. And therefore, how we are framing the situation will impact our thoughts. Second thing is thinking about visual thinking. I mean to say visual thinking. What is visual thinking? That suppose if you imagine yourself nearby the deathbed, and I ask you that you list down any 5, 10 activities that you really wanted to do till now. So that time when you think that this is my last moment of my life, I think we forget everything. We forget that we were angry with someone. We forget that we are, uh, we start forgiving. We start showing gratitude. So all that has to be, listed down. And when you really feel and give your forgiveness, show your gratitude and such emotions, you will find lot to do in your life, and that will make your feelings more positive, and you will be able to regulate your own emotions. Please, last but not least, make lot of positive statement and write your statements, positive statement, to make you remind again and again about the positivity. Thank you. The last strategy which I want to share is about emotional displacement. That means displacing your emotions in a more positive way. Now, as here, I will not be giving lot of strategies because you're already aware. Few are exercise, following a routine, and taking care of yourself. And one of the very unique activity which I felt can be used for the children is letter writing. Apart from expressing yourself from dance, music, yoga, if you encourage your children to write letter, they will be able to express their emotions, and you will be more aware of how they are feeling. So this is really a helpful activity, and follow the precautions, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember the last point, these are only emotional first aid. And if you feel any kind of distress, please connect to the psychologist, psychiatrist, specialist of the field to overcome the issues. Thank you very much.